This is an example of just another one more whore on Europe. Listen what she said. This is stupid whore. Excuse me if I use that word, but I have to.
Self-defense can be invoked when a state is threatened by another state, which is not the case. Israel has not claimed that that has been threatened by another state.
This is how stupid this whore is. She said that the right of defending yourself is only if a state attack a state. I will go with this stupid woman. But isn't it Gaza independent territory, and they have a prime minister and minister, foreign minister, internal minister, security minister? So what is Hamas then? Isn't it Gaza and the Palestinian? They have a guy, his name, President Abbas. Isn't it this is the president of the state of Palestine, you whore? Isn't it this is a country supposedly and they have their own flag behind them? Isn't it this guy, he have an ambassador in many countries, including your stupid country? In the same time, let us say, for the sake of argument, the cartel, like in Mexico, they attack the army and they have weapon of army. Do the country, the government of Mexico, have the right to defend themselves and to announce war on the cartel? I mean, you can announce war only on a state, not on a group. What a whore you are. Who is the one who gave you degree in law, if you have one? And she mentioned the Article 51. But just to show you how stupid, hypocrite, liars they are. So when the West countries, they involve in war against Serbia, did Serbia attack USA? No. Did Serbia attack England? No. What about Turkey? No. Did Serbia attack any country which is considered part of the NATO? No. So who gave the NATO the right to wage war on Serbia? So those scumbags, if it's a war for the benefit of Muslims, everything is possible. Everything is okay. If the war is for the benefit of Israel, Jews must die, according to them. Another example for this whore.
Clarify what is self-defense under international law, and so that everyone can understand, well, there is not such a thing that Israel could claim. So, in common language, self-defense might be understood as the right to protect oneself, which Israel clearly has. Israel has the sacrosanct right and duty to protect itself, its territory, its citizens. But however, Article 51 of the UN Charter that Israel has invoked is not just the right to protect itself. It's a self-defense under international law. It's a legal term of art and means the right to wage a war, which Israel doesn't have, and this is consolidated.
Listen carefully again what this whore she just said. I mean, who is the one who bought those donkeys? You know, obviously they have propaganda. You know, secondly, about the right. You know, like when Erdogan, he decided to occupy Cyprus. Did Cyprus make a threat to Turkey and occupy Turkey? When Erdogan, he decided to invade Syria and he took at least 600 square kilometers, and he took many cities used to be full of Kurdish. Did the Syrian government wage war in Turkey? Those scumbags now they have a voice about who have a right, who don't. When Osama bin Laden, he did 9/11, and USA took the whole army to get Osama bin Laden in Afghanistan. Where you been? Was at that time USA under attack from a state, or it was a terrorist group like Hamas? You are a whore.
Itself, it's a self-defense under international law. It's a legal term of art and means the right to wage a war, which Israel doesn't have, and this is consolidated jurisprudence of the supreme judicial organ of the United Nations.
And look what this horseshit would say more. Listen carefully. She explained to you why you cannot consider Gaza an independent territory.
It's been threatened by an armed group, qualified the way you want, but it's an armed group within the occupied territory. And frankly, even saying the war between Gaza and Israel is wrong, because Gaza is not a standalone entity, it's part of the occupied territory. But so, in particular, Israel cannot claim the right of self-defense against a threat that emanates from the territory it occupies, from a territory that is kept under belligerent occupation.
I mean, I don't know who is this woman. I never heard of her, but I just saw this clip, and I find it very funny. You know, first of all, when somebody decides to make a war against somebody, do he need even a right? I mean, all the wars in the world, like, do Hamas have the right to attack Israel? And who is the one who decides who have the right, who don't? Article in United Nations says 51, and she said that Gaza is occupied. You are just a stupid idiot. It's not. Occupied mean you whore. If the Israeli army with their boots are there, do you understand what occupied mean? You are a stupid whore. To say occupied mean occupied. So do the Israeli army have a presence inside Gaza until 2 weeks ago? Do they have one soldier inside Gaza until 2 weeks ago? This is what occupied mean, you donkey, you filthy whore. Occupy when I occupy you. And she said Gaza occupied. How it is occupied, but there is no Israeli there. And not only that, they have their own borders with Egypt. And guess what? They are in charge of the borders. And they have a flag, and they have a government, and there is no Israeli soldier there, and she said it's occupied. If Gaza is not recognized by the international community, then you say that yourself, or you are a whore. Why you don't recognize them? They have a flag, they have a minister, they have Hamas government, they have a police, they have army, they have they have armed forces, they have borders, and then you are saying they are occupied? And this is the answer for those who say free Palestine. So you stupid sons of Muta, a bunch of whores. If they have their own border, they have their own president, they have everything. If the Israeli even they build fence between them and Gaza, if the Israeli never entered that land for more than 20 years, if they have gave them control of their borders with Egypt, it is the Egyptian even the one who closed the borders on them. So this stupid women is a great example of the stupid Western people. You know, I lost my respect to a huge number of Western people. Before I come from the Middle East, I used to think about Western. They are smart, they are intelligent, they knew what they say. They are the civilization which I would like to associate with. And then the more I see them, especially in the case of something like this, you see how stupid they are, how dummy, how they are uneducated. You know, the Hamas and every single one in Gaza, they were dancing in the street for attacking Israel. Forget about law, forget about international law, which does not even exist anyway. Where is the international law? How come you don't speak about Erdogan taking half of Armenia? When they want international law appear. Al-Houthi in Yemen is not a state. He is a militant group like Hezbollah in Lebanon. So how come you don't go on the stage and you speak about the King of Saudi Arabia and say they have no right to go there? And the list goes on. This woman should be taken to court. In fact, the law in USA, and you know, she is in Europe, she says Austria. I mean, those are the fascists, the Nazis who hate the Jews. Just look what it says, Austria. So the law in USA, at least, should be changed. The same as the one who denied the Holocaust in France, he go to jail. They should change the law that anyone who supports any terrorist groups, it doesn't matter which religion it is, but you know that 99.9999999 of terrorism in the world, it is Muslims. The law should change. You see, freedom of speech is granted, but supporting terrorism, it's not. The one who donate to terrorists, the one who hide a terrorist, the one who teach terrorism, the one who support terrorism is a terrorist. And those people, they should be taken to court. They are terrorists. This woman, she is a terrorist because she is defending terrorism. What the point of this conversation? So what Israel can do now? Hamas, they came and they killed 1,400. What we will call that, should we call it operation like Putin? Do she speak against Putin? Never. Putin, he invaded the country and he called the invasion operation. Is it the name? What is the problem? Like, you know, are you now going to be upset because I called you a whore when I should call you a hooker? Is that the title you give, or the value of the lives who die? If this woman, her family is being the one who been killed and she been raped, maybe she will like it, by Hamas, you think she will say the same words in the stage? And you know, I want to blame everybody who believe in freedom, and everyone believe that those are the woke culture is stupid, is ugly, is disgusting. I want to blame you all for doing nothing. Look, they are taking over the stages, they are taking over the media, they are taking over TikTok, and what you guys are doing? Nothing. Actually, hardly you give us a like for the video, and most of you, I have, according to YouTube, only 20% of people who watch my videos, they are subscribers. And if you look how many people give us like, you will notice nobody. If it's a video made by the terrorist, supporting the terrorist, the video will go viral. will spread everywhere like fire. Do you know why? Because those who we call them stupid, they are smarter than you. They might be stupid in what they say, but they are smart in supporting what they say. And the majority of us, we do nothing. This is why their voice is everywhere and our voice nowhere to be heard. And if there is a journalist want to do an interview, he will do an interview with a terrorist. They will not interview us because they don't want to hear our side of the story. Journalism, which is vandalism, like yesterday the BBC, they apologized for fake news. After what? After they get you busted? In fact, I am the one who mentioned that this is false news. The video they showed, it was an old video many days ago, before even the Israeli enter into that territory. What a bunch of scumbags. It is time for those who sponsor the truth to sponsor it for real. Stop being a potato. Are you happy to see those scumbags are the one taking over the media? The Israeli government, obviously, they are so weak in the media. They don't even exist. Muslim money is taking over all TV stations. In fact, the video I play for you is coming from Al Hurra TV. Al Hurra TV, Al Hurra, in case you do not know, it is an American government TV station in Arabic. All day long, they are bashing Israel. Would any of you call his congressmen, senators, and say, listen, we pay for Al Hurra. This is a station paid by our tax. This is a station supposedly to be the voice of America. But obviously, because it's an Arabic station, the one who controls the station is Muslims, supporting Hamas. This is your American government TV station. And here is the question. Who let the dogs out? Leave your comment. I know most of you are cheap even to make a comment. God bless those who deserve to be blessed, and peace for those who deserve peace, and no peace for the wicked men. I mean to that.